What's up, Speak Out? We are back with another episode, and I have with me Michael G.Riggins. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. So we're just gonna jump right into it.
That's true.
You have a lot going on. Let's just start with the book that is coming out this Friday, right?
The 27th, April 27th.
Okay. What is the name of that book?
Circle of Confusion. And the title speaks for itself. Circle of Confusion.
Okay. You want to talk about that book particularly before we go?
Sure. I'll go into it. The Circle of Confusion is based off 4 guys. It's Travis, Sean, Devon, and Mark. Each are individually dealing with murder issues, prostitution, cheating husband, murder, suicide. So there's a bunch going on within this group of circle of guys. The story started in my first book, and I just took it and added years later how they were doing and how they grew and what they were into, and I just ran with it. And then I end the story with a group trip, and one of them doesn't make it home.
So I want to back up. So the first book is reality.
The first book is nothing but reality.
Nothing but reality.
Your
Your first book is the Reflections of Me.
Yeah.
So the Reflections of Me, that people can get now if they hadn't checked it out.
Yes, Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com. It's been available since 2015. It's like my first baby. It opened the doors for everything that I have going on now.
Okay. So this is reality. That is fiction.
Right.
So when did you start? When did you get into writing? What inspired you to write?
Actually, it's funny because what inspired me to write, I hate writing when I was little, but I would always get in trouble in school. So my homework was to write this sentence 100 times.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I just had it every week. I was doing that. So then I was an only child for 12, 13 years. So I would always just write like how my day was, how I was feeling, what's going on, who I liked, who I wanted to kiss, who I wanted to dry hump on the playground. I would always write that stuff down. So it carried over through middle school, and middle school it got deeper because feelings started to get deeper. Sexuality started to come out more. And then high school it just got like English papers, all that, I would just knock them out.
So when you started to write the first book, like what made you say, I'm going to write this book and I'm going to tell about my life?
Well, see, I never sat and actually wrote the book. The book was already written. Like I said, they were already things that I had already wrote. I just collected them all, edited them, and put them together. Some are new, but majority of the book is old things that I had written.
Okay, and in your old book, because we're definitely going to come back to before we finish the new book, but in your old book, you talk a lot about different experiences, like
my first sexual experience. Yeah, I was very young, I'll admit. I was 12. Not having a father around, insecurities, which I'm still dealing with today, some of those insecurities. Fake friends. I call it the gay Hollywood. Okay. We all know what that is about. What else? Preferences. And how it's changed since that book. So yeah.
So since preferences, let's talk about what was preferences back then and what are preferences now.
Okay, so as a teenager, I was a big NSYNC, Backstreet, Britney, Christina fan. So I had taken a like to white guys. So I only had eyes for white guys, even though I was surrounded by us, but
black men.
Yeah. And so now at 34, I only have eyes for the black guy. So yeah.
What happened? What changed? Where did that preference change? Because I was watching a video today about Todrick Hall and Justin J 123 said some things within Todrick Hall, came back and did you see that video?
I didn't. No.
But it was a big kind of like back and forth. But what changed your
just not having experience with one after all that time of liking them.
Not having experience with
the white guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always had experience with black guys. Like, yeah, I'm around them all the time. Like, it's obvious.
So when you say friends in the gay Hollywood, what is that? Like for somebody who doesn't know the gay scene, what is the gay Hollywood?
Well, in my book, I have a chapter in Reflections of Me, the first book. I have a chapter called 2003 Gay Hollywood because it had taken place in 2003. It was basically how we all started so young, but we got caught up in the life of the houses and wearing the labels and always wanted to be flashy and seen. So it became a Hollywood night scene. So that's how that came about.
Like the ballroom community.
Yeah, and wanting that life and just being more than what you really are. Like before there was Instagram, you know, people still thought they were the shit, but now, you know, Instagram's also it's even more because they can post what they want and have people believe that that's their life. But then, you know, so
you can be anything you want on the internet now.
Yeah, so that's how that came about. Just losing the friends that you thought you were so close with, you ran the clubs with, you slept in the car with, outside the club, going to work the next morning, going to concerts with, and they just got caught up in the life and wanting that stardom, that fame, the drug.
So you're on is it a podcast or a radio show? Or
it's a radio show. It's visual. You can tune in to watch listenvisions.com every Tuesday night at 8. Yeah.
What is that show? I watch it. So
he does.
I do. I'm a faithful watcher of it. And you've had some awesome people on the show. Yeah. What got you into? That's different from writing. So where did that come about?
Well, before the Real Raw and Uncut show came about, we were on another platform called the Not Playing It Safe show. It was 4 hosts at that time. It was myself, Kellen, B Anomaly. Yeah, it was 3 of us at that time. Myself and Kellen, I always had an idea to do some type of radio show. I just didn't know how. So myself along with Kellen went and pitched a show idea that I had created. And the guy liked it. But we didn't feel that we were a perfect fit for his broadcasting. Yeah, because it was like a gospel-based show. So I was like, oh, we're really not going to work here. Like, we curse, we talk about gay stuff, you know. So we declined his offer. And then we had another guy. He was so into it. So we went with him for about a couple months, but things just started to go left, like behind the scene, and we were just getting frustrated. And then me and Kellen started to take a turn for the left. And I was just like, you know what, I'm about to end the Not Playing It Safe show, December 29th, 2017. And I'm going to regroup. I'll take you with me, and I'll add a new co-host. So we went to Listen Vision Live and across from Howard University. Again, with the new pitch. Same host, but we added another host who was always tuning in and always just commenting. It was a faithful watcher who I was cool with. So we went, pitched that idea, loved it, and here we are.
So, where do you see that? Is it just going to continue to just bring people on, or do you see that show going anywhere else, or that, like, are you guys kind of going towards like maybe podcasts-ish?
Funny you say that because I'm going to always bring someone on the show, and that's to one of my fellow co-hosts. You know who you are, because I built the show for us. It's a platform for us because most of us have a hard time getting interviews or being seen or heard. So this is what this is for. And I get in trouble a lot because I always want to bring a guest on. Like, I always got somebody in mind who I want to bring on because they have something going on. And one of my co-hosts was like, it just need to be us and that. But I feel that we're not at the level yet for it to just be us 3. We need to bring on the who's who so we can get their fan base to see who we are and tune in. He still has yet to grasp that concept. But I'm going to always have people on.
Right.
Nobody can ever check me on that. And I want to go to Sirius. I want to do Sirius.
Oh, okay.
Is that how you say Sirius?
The
XM
XM radio.
Yeah. I want to go somewhere. I don't even know how to say the name, but yeah, I want to go. I do. I don't think they have a gay show. Like, I'm not so big on like being seen all the time because your voice is the power.
Right.
So if we can get on that, it would be great. And I would take the guys that are with me now because even though they get on my nerves, we rock.
Right.
And I would never change. Never, ever, ever change them.
So let's turn this a little bit more about you and those who may not know who you are. And let's, if you don't mind, speak out. You know, we get in people's business just
That's
a little
fine.
bit.
Go. I am open.
So are we dating? Because, you know, somebody might email me or ask.
Email them. Email them. Am I dating? I am not dating, but I am currently cuddling with someone, if that makes sense.
Cuddling.
Yeah.
Help us with what's cuddling. Let us know.
He comes over, we chill, we watch TV, we cuddle.
That's it.
Are we dating? No. Am I dating? No.
Are you looking to date? Are you open to dating?
I'm open. Always been open. I have my eyes on someone, but I don't know how that's going to work because I don't know if they're the type who would settle because they know so many people, and I think my trust issues would kick in. So I don't know, but I do like him though.
But you said settle. What is settle?
Like, you know, I just settle with one person, get to know one person, build with one person instead of having him.
So this is a social life, possibly.
I wouldn't say socialite. He's just cute. He's tall, and yeah, he just know a lot of people.
Okay, he knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
So you talked about your father in this book, in your first
book, yeah.
And you talked, like, how is that growing up with how has that been growing up without having a father around, and how has that affected you today?
Okay, so I just want to clear it up. I did grow up without my biological father, but my stepfather was in the house. But it wasn't the same connection as it would have been with my biological father, because he had his own kids, and then him and my mother had another son. Right. So it's like he didn't look at me as the stepchild, but I knew I was. So not having my father around, I seen him once when I was like 12. We went out, we bought some shoes. He kissed me on my forehead. He left. So funny. I mean, and I miss seeing or being around him, because that day I was around him when I was 12. It was like I was on top of the world. Like, I was just daddy's boy. Yeah. And it's like seeing my stepfather and his boys. He taking them to sports. I don't play sports, so he ain't want to take me there. But taking them to sports games and going to their games and supporting them, just that love, that affection, that attention is what I was craving and missing from my father. And then not knowing that side of the family, not knowing what traits I got from him. I know I got my skin complexion and stuff from him because he's very light and my mom's very dark. But
so at the age of 12 was the last time you've spoken to him?
Yeah, I remember, because I was in 6th grade. It was some grand hair shoes that just came out. They were Fila's, and it was like the hottest shoes back then. And he bought them for me, and I was pressed to wear them to school. So that's how I remember everything, how it had taken place, because of those shoes. Yeah.
And so are you working towards, like, building a new relationship with him?
I would love to. I'm trying to create a show or documentary or some sort of finding my father. Just taking you guys on the journey with me of finding him. And just in case someone out there that you're trying to find doesn't necessarily have to be your father. It could be anyone. So I just want to step by step of the journey leading up to whatever it may be. Maybe he wants to have a relationship, he doesn't. He's still alive, he isn't. Just getting that closure, that answer. So
Right. So who are some people who inspired you to write, or just, this is a 2-part question. Okay. Who are some people who have just inspired you to do what you do, and some people in the community, it doesn't necessarily have to be the DC community, that are really, like, inspiring you to, like, or has inspired you to say, okay, I gotta step up my game, or I like what they're doing, they're really inspiring me?
More recently, you. As far as like the hosting and everything that comes with that, you're one of them. More recent. Elin Harris was one of my favorites. I'm an autobiography guy, so I read a lot of celebrity autobiography. So certain celebrities, and then just watching the people in our community, like my peers, how everyone is about their life. Like, it's inspiring. Like, I tell people all the time, I don't hang around people who aren't doing something. So if you're not doing something, I don't rock with you. You want people, if they don't have as much, they need to be losing the same amount you losing. Baby, and I'm trying to lose a lot of weight, so we need to be trying to lose it together. But yeah, so yeah, just my peers. My peers are my motivation. And it's so funny because the biggest support I get and the biggest push I get are from strangers. Really? Yes. That is so ironic. I experienced that as well. But that's crazy. Yeah. But you have the Left Eye shirt on. Oh, I forever will have it on. Left Eye was my baby. Like, TLC is my ultimate favorite female group of all time. There's no other female group who can have my heart. Okay. But yeah. So in the new book, I mean, you talk about these 4 friends. What do you want people to take away from this book? Actually, to take away from the book, I just want you to take away a good story. Just a story just to get your mind off your everyday life. Like, I wasn't trying to create your circle of friends or my circle of friends. I was just trying to create a story just for entertainment. I just want you to be entertained. Like, there's so much going on, and everyone's so stressed, so tense, just so walking build up time bomb. So I just wrote it just for entertainment purposes, nothing really serious. The movie will bring the book to life though. Like, I'm currently working on the script. I should be done hopefully by the end of May.
Oh wow.
But yeah, the movie is going to be crazy. Like, it's going to bring the book to life, like all the sex scenes and the murder and
So you're pushing movie, not play.
I want to do movie. Play, I haven't thought about a play. But I know for sure a movie.
Okay.
I know for sure a movie.
So you seem like you are just really, really busy. What should people be looking for you on? I mean, they have the show on Tuesday nights at 8.
On listenvisionslive.com.
And then the book comes out Friday.
April 27th, Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com.
And you possibly may be doing a documentary about your father. You're just busy.
I'm trying.
So, and then you have, is that all that's going on? Or that you're able to speak about?
I can speak about it all. I mean, I'm in control of my own. So, I don't have a manager or anything like that. So,
are you looking for a manager?
Yes. I'm looking for help. Period. Like, it's tedious. Like, the emails, the doing everything yourself, like, it gets hard. So yeah, anybody out there looking to manage, let's make some money, let's get it. Yeah, so. What else? I just started having someone sketch this design I had for a t-shirt line. And the t-shirt line was inspired by the radio show, and because I always got in trouble at the very beginning of the radio show, I always got in trouble for my mouth because I would say it how I meant it. So I would always get in trouble. Oh, you shouldn't say that, you're so shady, you this, you that. But we're Real Raw and Uncut. We were then not playing a safe show, and I wasn't doing either. So that idea came to me, and I had one of my friends sketch it up, and I want to start that t-shirt line. I want to, yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to checking the t-shirt line out. But you said something that really, really, and I get this a lot. People are like, oh, you shouldn't, like, you sure said shady, but I don't really think a lot of people are being shady if you're telling the truth. Are you shady if you're telling the truth?
My shade isn't like coming at someone at their expense. It's more so on that topic, and I'll say something sly or slick. And a lot of people that's shady. Well, not even a lot of people, just one of my co-hosts. But now he's shady. Now he wants to pop off at the mouth. So yeah.
Well, that is all. I mean, is there anything else you want to tell people?
Don't forget to email him.
Yes.
Dating. April 27th, The Circle of Confusion will be available. Barnes & Nobles, Amazon.com. Reflections of Me is still available. Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com. Real Raw Uncut show with myself, Mike H. and B Anomaly every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. on listenvisionslive.com.
All right, everyone. Chat with you guys later.
Bye.